Another signee for Alabama on day number one of this early signing period, Cole Adams out of the Sooner State, Owasso, Oklahoma there. You see it on the RPM. He was thinking Alabama, 90.7% as they beat out Oklahoma and Arkansas. Top five player in the state of Oklahoma, a four-star here. As we got Andrew Bone to break it all down for you, Bone. Talk about the wide receiver here, a guy that committed back in June and a guy that stayed firm the whole way.
Yeah, Cole Adams, kind of a do-it-all athlete for Wassa High School. He's certainly a guy that Alabama really liked early on in the process. We kind of talked about how this probably wouldn't be a big wide receiver class. Alabama ends up signing 4 wide receivers, of course, but Cole Adams was one of those guys that they spotted early on in his recruitment. He had a great junior season, had I think over his career had over 2,100 receiving yards in 3 years. So that's a lot of production. That's also somebody that didn't really play much as a senior. Got injured the very first game of his senior season, and he was absolutely balling out in that first game. I mean, he had over 130 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns in the first game of his senior season. Hurt his shoulder, ended up having surgery, and missed the rest of the year. But he's an early enrollee for Alabama, so he's going to get right in Tuscaloosa, rehab, and get back to 100%. But this is definitely a kid that, like I said, is a very explosive athlete. He can do it kind of all. He's going to play in the slot. You could even line him up in the backfield. Kind of similar. I wouldn't compare him to Slade Bolden, but he's kind of similar to what Slade Bolden did in Alabama's offense. I can kind of see a lot of similarities there as to what Alabama is going to do with Cole once he gets to Tuscaloosa.
Like you said, he didn't really get to play in his senior year, was injured early on that season. The guy's going to kind of rehab and get back into the fold here. But out of the Sooner State, Oklahoma, what was Alabama's pitch to Cole Adams? How did they get him away from Brent Venables and the hometown Sooners?
Well, I think that was tough. I mean, I think it was definitely very tough for Alabama to go into Oklahoma. First-year head coach for the Sooners, Brent Venables. That was going to be a tough pull. But after a couple visits to Alabama, including his official visit, I think he felt really comfortable. He felt a lot of love from Alabama too. They were certainly pressing hard for him. Holman Wiggins did a tremendous job recruiting him throughout the process. He's seen the development at the receiver position throughout the course of the last few years in Tuscaloosa. He wanted to be a part of it, and in the end, it was an easy decision for him, and he stayed very solid with that decision throughout throughout the rest of his recruitment, and signs with Alabama today.
He does. 5'10", 175, top 50 wide receiver in this class. Again, top 5 in the state of Oklahoma. For more on Cole Adams and everything going on today and in the world of Alabama recruiting, you're going to check us out at BamaInsider.com. Don't forget, guys, subscribe to the channel. If you've not done so, we're going to have videos like this breaking down all of Alabama's signees today. Hit that like button for me while you're at it. And don't forget, guys, get in the comments section. Let me know what you think about Cole Adams, some of these wide receivers coming in this class of 2023. For Andrew Bone, my name is Trey Yanity. Cole Adams, wide receiver out of Oklahoma, has signed his letter of intent with Alabama.